What's up, racing friends? Corey Heim just broke some records. Connor Zilisch won again, but kind of needs to work on his balance just a little bit. And SVG just reminds us why he's in NASCAR and why he's one of the best road course racers that I think we've ever seen. And Alex Palou just joined a pretty exclusive list in motorsports that I think puts him in the GOAT conversation. Also, what about Will Power? He made a statement that could cement him in IndyCar for a few more years. Here's everything that you need to know from this past weekend's racing in NASCAR at Watkins Glen and IndyCar at Portland. My name is John, the Motorsports Enthusiast. Let's dive right in. First, I got to take a sip of my coffee. Tasty. Starting off with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Watkins Glen, Corey Heim made a statement. This kid is absolutely unnatural at road courses. This is his fourth road course win in his last four road course starts. If you're looking at NASCAR as a whole, he now ties Chase Elliott and ties Shane Van Gisbergen for winning four road course races in a row in one of NASCAR Premier Series. I mean, it's absolutely wild that Corey Heim had the composure and also had enough fuel to make it through the last portions of that race. Now, it wasn't just an easy breeze of a drive like it was for SVG in the Cup Series. Corey Heim had to get out front and lead on 3 overtime restarts, so that wasn't an easy feat. And despite burning all that extra fuel, I mean, the kid freaking held his own. I mean, he did well. And with this win, he became the youngest driver to reach 17 wins. I mean, I don't know how long Corey is going to be in the Truck Series. We just got to put respect on what's actually happening and watch what this dude's able to do. And what we saw was Corey Heim leading, and what we saw was Heim win from the pole, lead 44 laps, and even though there was a ton of restarts and the fuel mileage was up in question, he still got it done. And my first question is, can Corey Heim keep up this pace on the road courses, but also in the Truck Series to win a championship? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's talk about what happened in the Xfinity Series. So the entire day was spectacular, except for what happened in Victory Lane, but we'll talk about that in a second. Connor Zilisch, dude, I want to know what planet you're from because it's unreal what you're able to do behind a car. I mean, this wasn't really even a win. It was purely a masterclass on the road course. He led 60 laps this race, 60. And this is his 6th victory of the season, winning 5 of the last 8 races he's been in. Sam Mayer did finish runner-up, but I think the storyline needs to be headed towards Connor Zilisch. You know, ever since that injury he had at Talladega, his average finish, I'm not even kidding, it's below 2. I mean, this guy it's wild what we're seeing right now. He's looking like one of the drivers that I think could be in the absolute running for the championship, and I think this is a driver that people are going to chase, and I don't think this is going to stop soon, even with his little collarbone incident. If you didn't see, while celebrating in Victory Lane, he slipped off of the window net on his car, fell hard, what I thought on his head, but actually hit his shoulder first, broke his collarbone. Now, we don't know how long he will be out, so that's the big question here, and I would expect him with them having a week off and him possibly going to get a medical waiver. Now, the question is, can Connor Zilisch bounce back from this? I think he can. But, you know, we've seen SVG, this happened to him before, and he was able to race the next week. Could we see Connor Zilisch do this? Maybe, depending on what the healing process looks like. But he may just put his plate in there and say, screw it, let's go racing. So the question is Connor Zilisch the guy to beat in the playoffs? I think so. I think you can't look at the Xfinity Series playoffs without looking at what Connor Zilisch is doing. But let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to the big show, the NASCAR Cup Series. And Shane Van Gisbergen once again reminded us why he is one of the best road course racers that I think we've ever seen in NASCAR. This guy not only won, but he won by 11 seconds. 11 seconds. It's like Verstappen numbers, essentially. It's his 4th win of the year, his 4th road course win in a row, tying Chase Elliott's record of 4 in a row, his first win at Watkins Glen. And once he took control of the race, it was lights out. It was game over. Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, William Byron, Briscoe gave everything that they had. It was just nothing for SVG. I mean, he worked his way through the field towards the back end of this race and just drove off into the sunset. Then the thing that impressed me the most was how he won. He didn't just go out there and have no competition. No, he had to make his way through the field again and then continue to gap the field. And I truthfully believe that SVG completely toyed with Ryan Blaney at the beginning of this race. We saw Ryan Blaney get the lead, wasn't really able to drive away from SVG, but was able to keep the distance. And we were all like, I was sitting there like, wow, is Blaney better than SVG in this race? Now, he even fooled me. And it fooled Ryan Blaney too, because I think SVG was just like, you know what, I'm going to lay off. I'm going to make these guys think that, oh, they have a chance. I'm going to move on through the field. Realistically, he was probably just saving his equipment, saving his tires, not trying to show his full hand yet. But still, what a dominant win. Now, the third question I have for y'all is, how far can SVG make it into the NASCAR playoffs? I have him going into the round of 8. I think he squeaks by on points in the round of 16. He gets into the round of 12. He wins at the Roval, locks himself in because he got that one in the round of 12, gets into the round of 8. I think that's where his championship journey ends, but I think he could make it there. Let me know your thoughts on where he could potentially end up and how far he can go. Now, alongside Corey Heim winning 4 road course races in a row, SVG winning 4 road course races in a row, we had Alex Palou win his 4th IndyCar championship, 3rd in a row, back-to-back-to-back champion at Portland. Now, first off, Will Power 100% made a statement that tells Team Penske, hey, I want you to re-sign me because I can still win races. Will Power went out there, won this race. But Alex Palou is the main story here, and he's entering some pretty rare air. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about Will Power really quick. So Will Power, 44 years old, doesn't have a contract with Penske next year, goes out, wins at Portland, saves Penske from having their first winless season since 1999. I mean, they've won every year for the past 26, now 27 years. Absolutely amazing there, and won by 1.5 seconds. Now, to quote Will Power, he said, quote, I won 3 races last year. If you're a team, if you're waiting on me to know if I'm good enough, I don't know what you're thinking. That's a heck of a statement right there. But going back to really the main storyline is Alex freaking Palou. I mean, this guy, like I said, clinched his 4th IndyCar championship. He's joining the elite of the elite in 2 different categories. He is the 4th driver to win 3 IndyCar championships in a row alongside Ted Horn, Sebastian Bourdais, and Dario Franchitti. And what this also does is this 4th championship ties him with Mario Andretti, Sebastian Bourdais, and Dario Franchitti on the drivers to win 4 championships. And truthfully, I don't think this championship was even up for question, honestly. I mean, a lot of people were cheering on Pato to pull out some spectacular race finish here at the end, but obviously he had issues at the beginning of the race that cemented Alex Palou as the champion. I love Pato, but I don't think he had a chance unless Palou basically DNF'd the next 3 races and Pato won the next 3 races. I just don't think it was going to happen. I hate it for Pato, love it for Palou. And honestly, after seeing Palou's three-peat, it raises the question, are we witnessing one of the greatest IndyCar runs in history? And I think we for sure are. I think we're seeing one of the greatest runs in motorsports. Same thing with Max Verstappen and what he did in Formula One, winning 4 championships in a row. You got to put Alex Palou in that number. I mean, you got to start talking about Tiger Woods. You got to start talking about Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, those guys. I mean, even Scott Dixon in IndyCar, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty. He's entering in those conversations of become one of the greatest athletes that we have seen. Also, he's won 4 championships in only 100 IndyCar starts. I mean, we may see this guy keep on winning for years to come. I mean, could we see a driver in any motorsport, any discipline, finally get above 7 championships? I think it's very possible with Alex Palou. All right, now let's just do a quick rapid-fire conclusion of everything that happened this weekend. We got the road course kings. Corey Heim getting his 4th win in a row in road courses. Same thing with SVG. Also, Connor Zilisch, he's on fire. Again, got to work on his balance, but he still got the win. Palou now has won 3 championships in a row, totaling to 4 total championships, looking at one of the greatest we've ever seen behind the wheel of an open-wheel car. And Team Penske avoided their first winless season since 1999. I mean, that's a pretty good stat there. I mean, they do own the series, so I mean, it was bound to happen, right? So looking ahead, what do we have going on? Well, NASCAR is going to go to the second to last race before the playoffs start that we'll be racing at Richmond this weekend. And we still have 3 championship spots up for grabs. Could we see a surprise winner win? I have Alex Bowman winning, which is a surprise to me even. I'm going to stick with my guns there, but let's see what happens. IndyCar is off this week, but they will be back the following week at the Milwaukee Mile. And overall, it was an awesome weekend of motorsports. I mean, Corey Heim doing what he did, Zilisch keeping on his dominance there in Xfinity, SVG just proving why he belongs here. Also got a new contract, so that helps him out a lot. You have Alex Palou winning, Will Power. I mean, a lot of great names winning in these series. So amazing weekend for motorsports. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the race weekend recap again. I'll be getting these out every single Monday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to cover any other series, just let me know in the comments because I do want to dive deeper into other motorsports. I was going to watch the supercars this weekend, just didn't have the time, and I got my times actually messed up. I was off by a day, so that didn't really help much. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more motorsport content and anything else going on in the motorsport world. And also make sure to hit the like button. I haven't said that in my videos, but make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.